The woman drove the car at 60 miles per hour. She planned to bid farewell to the world with her beloved car, but at the moment when the tire scraped against the roadside, an inexplicable force suddenly pulled her back to reality. After the car stopped, the woman broke down and cried. She began to regret her previous action, because if her late husband knew what she had done, he would surely be heartbroken. At that time, they were just two poor college students. To take her to more places and see more beautiful scenery, her boyfriend secretly took on part-time jobs, working 2 jobs. A year later, he bought this second-hand sports car. The woman was very surprised. This was a surprise her boyfriend had prepared for her. It was also their first car. For two poor students, it was not just a means of transportation, but a symbol of the romantic and free life they could have from then on. At first, her boyfriend never let her touch the steering wheel, but soon, he reluctantly sat in the passenger seat. When to step on the accelerator, when to shift gears. Under her boyfriend's careful guidance, the smart woman became more and more proficient at driving. She asked if she needed to shift gears again. Her boyfriend dotingly answered of course, and said the best speed for this car was 60 miles per hour. This blue sports car witnessed all their beautiful moments. It also witnessed their journey from lovers to husband and wife, and then their happiness as they became a family of 3. After their daughter grew up, they loved sitting in the car and listening to music. She and her daughter liked pop songs, but the man preferred rock music, although he looked down on his wife and daughter's music taste. But teasing each other was also a kind of happiness. Since their daughter started school, driving the blue sports car, he became a cool dad. Every time he picked up his daughter from school, his daughter's face was always full of pride and joy. Perhaps even heaven was jealous of happy people. The man was suddenly diagnosed with a terminal illness. This was his last Christmas. The family of 3 worked together to load the Christmas tree trunk into the car. She placed her hand on her husband. Their daughter popped out from the tree like a little monkey. That day, they didn't argue about whether pop or rock music was better. Instead, they sang Christmas songs together. The day of parting drew closer and closer. They braved the cold wind and found the place where they once promised their lives to each other. The man softly said to her, "This is the place. The sweeter the past, the more painful the farewell." At this moment, all the man's helplessness and reluctance turned into tears. She felt like a hopeless island, unable to make a single sound. On the day of the funeral, that blue sports car led the procession. According to the man's wishes, he was scattered into the creek in the wilderness. The trickling stream could only carry away the white ashes, but it could not take away the woman's endless grief and longing.